Now, is banana pudding considered banana pudding if there's no bananas in it? I don't know, but mine's is definitely going to have some banana pudding in it. And these lemon banana pudding creams did not come to play. And I'm going to show y'all exactly how I made these. And yes, we're using the mix right from the box. So go ahead and get you a box of this Jell-O banana cream mix. And we're going to go ahead and put that into a bowl. Once you get your packet of your instant pudding into the bowl, you're going to go ahead and add 2 cups of cold milk. Now, I like to use a dairy-free milk because that's what I have in my fridge. I do not buy whole milk, so that's what I'm going to go ahead and use. Once I got my 2 cups in there, you're going to go ahead and mix that together. Once everything is mixed together, then we're going to put it to the side because we are making banana pudding the new school way, not the old school way. After that, you're going to go ahead and take your cream cheese out and you're going to let that come to room temperature. Once your cream cheese has softened and come to room temperature, you're going to put that into a bowl. In addition to that cream cheese, go ahead and get you a can of that sweetened condensed milk and add that in there to that cream cheese. Now, this is the new school way that everybody is making it. And I'm telling you, it sure is good. After you get that condensed milk in there, you're going to go ahead and add you in some Cool Whip. Yes, you heard me right. You're going to go ahead and add in some Cool Whip. Once you get that Cool Whip in there, then we're going to go ahead and mix everything together. Now, if you have a mixer, this part is going to be so much easier. If you don't have a mixer and you are like me and you're doing it by hand, it's definitely possible to get your mixture nice and smooth and creamy. It's definitely going to take a lot of arm work and your arm is definitely going to be tired after that. You're going to feel like you just came from the gym, but you're going to have to go ahead and keep on mixing. Once your mixture is smooth and creamy, there's no lumps and bumps, you're going to go ahead and mix it in there with that instant banana pudding mix that we just made. We're going to fold everything together, stir everything in good, make sure everything is incorporated and it becomes one. After we got our mixture stirred in there real good, I'm just going to go ahead and put it into a Ziploc bag and then we're going to put it in the fridge and we are going to let that set. Now, I know the box says that it sets in about 4 minutes, but because we are adding other ingredients to this, it is going to take a little bit longer to set than 4 minutes. So if your pudding is not set in 4 minutes, don't worry about it. Just go ahead and put it back in the fridge and give it some more time. Now, if you need your pudding to set even faster, you can stick it in the freezer, but you have to keep an eye on it because once it starts to freeze and the water and the liquid it separates, it's definitely no coming back for that. It's no fixing it. So just go ahead and put this in the refrigerator. Now that our pudding is beginning to set, it's time to go ahead and work on our lemon cake. And we're going to use a box cake as well. And you're just going to go ahead and get that lemon box cake and you're going to follow per box instructions. Now for the box instructions, it was for 1 cup of water, which I like to replace out my water for milk. So I went on ahead and got me a cup of milk. In addition to that cup of milk, it calls for a 1/2 cup of oil. So I went on ahead and got me a 1/2 cup of oil. In addition to that 1/2 cup of oil, it does call for 3 eggs. And we're going to go ahead and add 3 eggs. Now, while we're working on our lemon cake mixture, you want to go ahead and start preheating your oven and bring your oven to temperature. So after we're done mixing our cake, we can just go ahead and put our cake into the oven. Now, again, this is another part of the process that if you have a mixer, it is going to make this part so much easier. If you do not have one and you're like me and you're doing it by hand, it is definitely possible, but it's definitely going to take some arm work and you're definitely going to be tired after you're done mixing. Now I went on ahead and continue mixing, so I got it nice and smooth. I got no lumps and no clumps, and if I do see some, I went and made sure that I went back in there and I broke them up. After everything is done, we want to go ahead and put our cake into the oven. Once your cake comes out of the oven, you want to go ahead and let it cool before you cut your cake, just to make sure it doesn't fall apart. Now I went on ahead and used the cups just to do the outline for the circles of my cake to make sure I got the approximately right size cut off of my cake. And after that, I went on ahead and cut my cake into circles just like this. After I got my cake cut into circles, it was time to go ahead and check on my pudding, make sure my pudding was set in the way it needs to set. And when I do my banana pudding cups, I like to make sure my pudding set is about 75%. And then after I build my cups, I put it back in the fridge and let it to continue to set. After I got all of my cake into my cups, it was time for me to go ahead and get my pudding. Once I got my pudding, I went on ahead and added a nice amount of pudding right on top of those lemon cakes, just like that. After I got my pudding on top of all my lemon cakes, it was time to go ahead and then add those bananas, because it's not banana pudding unless it has bananas in it. So it was time to make sure we got bananas all throughout there. Once I got my bananas on there, I am going to go ahead and go back and make another layer of those cakes. Now, if you don't have a way to get your cakes into the perfect circle to shape your cup, you don't have to worry about that. You can also take your cake and crumble it up and just do it kind of like a deconstructed way. I promise you, it's still going to taste good. It's all going to come out the same. Now, after I got the first layer on there, I did go in with an additional layer to add that right on top. Once I get my additional layer on top, it was time for me to go ahead and add some more cream on there. Once I get my cream on there, I went on ahead and topped it off with some Lorna Doone cookies, because I felt like with the banana cream flavor and the lemon cake, the Lorna Doone cookies would just match this perfectly. Once I got my Lorna Doone cookies on there, I went on ahead and put my tops on there. And then we're just going to put this in the fridge, and we are going to sit there and let this continue to set. We're going to leave it in there for about another 30 minutes or so. And once the 30 minutes was over, it was time for me to go ahead and give this a taste test. And when I tell you, these lemon banana cream cups were so good. 10 out of 10. I highly recommend. They were absolutely delicious. So if you haven't made these, or if you haven't tried these, I suggest you go ahead and put this on your menu, and make sure you follow back for the next video.